Good afternoon. Welcome. Hi, Pat. Welcome. Today is Sunday, August 22nd, I believe. Just want to welcome you to Sunday afternoon from sunny San Antonio, Texas. Hi, Martha. Hi, Stella. Welcome, ladies. If you are joining me, hey, Jessica from Ohio, Bev. I am live right now, so if you are watching me for the first time and you don't see a live on either side of my head, thank you for sharing, Pat. Martha, I'm going to go ahead and approve it before I forget. Actually, let me wait, Martha. Let me wait. I got you, Martha. But if you're watching for the first time and you're watching me right now, I am live Sunday afternoons at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hi, Kathy. My name is Barbara Ragsdale, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that lives in the San Antonio, Texas area. So if you are wanting to learn how to use your Stampin' Up! Products, whatever they may be, you're in the right place and you're in good company with a bunch of other cool ladies that are jumping on and joining me this afternoon. I will tell you that today I do have a special guest. She is waiting in queue for me to hit my little button over here because today we are going to be unboxing the August paper pumpkin kit that was that we have been showing you all last month. That was called, this might be backwards, but it was the Hope Box. The, yeah, Jessica, you're not. I'll get you hooked up. I'm going to talk about that here in a minute too, so you can get to know what's going on. But we're going to be unboxing the August paper pumpkin kit that was the Hope Box. And if you remember, the Hope Box was a box that was designed by our co-founder, Shelly Gardner. And it was designed to be kind of a little memorabilia type box. And you know what? I forgot something upstairs that when I get to that point later, I'm going to have to go get it. I forgot it. Totally forgot it. It was something I was going to put in my Hope Box that I wanted to share with you guys. But I do have a special guest that's joining me. Hi, Rose. And her name is Martha Ringhauser. She's from North Texas. And before I bring her on, let me just quickly go through my announcements. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up forgetting, but we do have, I do have a monthly online ordering special that when you place an order of at least $25, hi Donna, on my website, you will get a cut kit, a free cut kit, in order to make the 4 cards for August. And the sentiments might be backwards, but I'm just going to show you real quick up here. These are all 4 of the cards. And it uses the Season's Blessings bundle and the Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper. So there's that one, and then there's that one. And when you get your free kit in the mail, everything is already cut for you, die cut for you, embossed, punched. The only thing I can't do is the stamping, and as you can see, you've got your 4 card bases, and then you also have each little envelope has all the little pieces, including any accessories, embellishments, ribbon that you need in order to put these 4 cards together. I just don't do any of the stamping because we can't do any of the stamping for you. But that is absolutely free when your order's $25 or more. If it's $50 or more, you're going to get a free accessory that's going to be a package of the linen thread that goes very, very well with that. And then, let's see. my fall retreat. It's still full, but the to-go is still available. So if you're interested in taking the fall retreat to go, the registration deadline is September 13th. It's $120. It includes 8 make and takes, the tutorial, supply list, 5 pillow gifts, a $50 Stampin' Up! Goodie bag, as well as an actual tote to go with that. And that includes shipping directly to you. So if you're interested in that or anything that I talk about, after the video, all of the links will be in the description when we are done. We also have a join special. So Jessica, listen up. We also have, or anybody else that might be interested, we also have a join special, which that simply means you purchase your kit to be a demonstrator. Now, you don't actually have to be a demonstrator, meaning you don't have to do parties, you don't have to build a team, you don't have to be live like me, you don't have to do any of that. You can simply enjoy the discount all by yourself. There's no problem with that. Your kit is, you pick $125 of whatever you want, not what somebody else thinks you need, but what you want. It's only $99 plus tax. You get free shipping, you get a free past paper pumpkin kit. You do get a box of some supplies, some catalogs and things like that, but if you don't need it, you can obviously just, you know, pass it on to whoever may need those things, and just share the catalogs with your friends. But during celebration, which we are in celebration right now, so if you have this brochure, this little mini brochure, in the very back, which is going to be on page 19. Now, in my other videos, I've pointed out in the mini catalog the pictures of it, but in the celebration brochure on page 19, there's a list right here of free bundles. You can choose one of these free bundles through September 30th. So from now through the end of next month, when you purchase your kit, not only will you get everything I said earlier, but you'll also get a 20% discount on all your purchases. You will get to choose one of these kits. Hi, Dana. And add it to your kit absolutely free. And they range from the $30-something range all the way to like the $60 range. So there's a lot of really neat bundles. I'm sorry, did I say kit? I meant bundles. There's these list of bundles, and there are 12 of them to choose from. So go check them out. The bundles pages are on page 65 to 71 of the mini catalog. Thank you for sharing, Donna. And if you don't have your mini catalog, or you don't have a celebration brochure, or you don't have a regular annual catalog, let me know. Just send me a private message. When you join my email list, you automatically get one. If you're a demonstrator and you don't need one, or have somebody that you get catalogs from already, I have a different special gift for you. So go check that out. As well as bingo. I have a bingo. Why does my screen look like it went dark? I hope everything's fine. But anyway, I do have an event, coming up next month, and the registration deadline is, hi Lisa, is September 6th, and it is an online Stampin' Up! Bingo class. And I'm looking at my cards right now. The 4 cards that we are making during bingo uses the Holly Jolly Wishes stamp set and the Whimsy and Wonder. Let me get them. They're right here. The Whimsy and Wonder Designer Series paper. I knew I was forgetting a couple of things, but this is a little sneak peek of the cards that we can make during bingo. So I love this paper, you guys. I hadn't pulled it out, and when I started to plan for the bingo, I was just like, wow, especially this paper that has the ornaments on it. This is gorgeous paper, so I really think I'm going to end up using this paper in order to make my own Christmas cards. So that's just a sneak peek of bingo. Bingo is Saturday, September the 18th. It's completely online. The fee is $42, and you get a bingo card, a swag bag of products so that we can make these cards. And we're going to do 4 cards. Everything will be cut for you, die cut, punched, embossed. And then you have the option of adding the Holly Jolly Wishes stamp set on as an add-on if you want to complete the cards as designed. And I chose one that was relatively inexpensive. The Holly Jolly Wishes stamp set is only $21, and it is super cute. I have it in my bingo class information over there. You can purchase extra bingo cards, and then all of the bingo purchases go straight towards the final prize. But registration deadline is September 6th in order to receive your make and take packet in time. And then after you register, as it gets a little close to the after the registration date, that's when I'll send out the Zoom link, so it'll be completely online. Invite a friend. You can enjoy playing bingo out of the comfort of your own home. And then there'll also be door prize drawings, and that includes shipping. So when I'm done with the video, go check out that link. I'd love to have you. Bingo online is fun. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Let's bring our special guest on here. Well, where'd she go? Okay, Martha, you might have to ask again, Martha, because I am clicking on here and I don't see your name anymore, Martha. You might have to ask me again. So while I'm waiting for another little bitty request from Martha, if you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it is Stampin' Up's monthly paper crafting subscription service. And there we go. There we go. It is adding. And, hey, Martha.
Hi.
Yay. Everybody welcome Martha. This is Martha Ringhauser, and well, I introduced her, but I'll let her reintroduce herself and tell you a little bit more about who she is and why Paper Pumpkin, why she loves her Paper Pumpkin so much. So go ahead, Martha.
Well, hello, I'm Martha Ringhauser, and Barbara, thank you for inviting me to join you today to share my love of Paper Pumpkin. I have been a fan of Stampin' Up for almost 20 years now, and when Paper Pumpkin first came out, I said, that is for me. So I have been a Paper Pumpkin subscriber since the beginning. So Barbara, 8 years maybe? 8, 10 years, something like that. I absolutely love it because it gets me out of my rut and it introduces me to new styles and new ways of doing things, and everything I need is already included in the box. So I think if you are a beginning stamper, this is the thing for you. If you are a seasoned stamper, it is still the thing for you because Stampin' Up is always coming out with something new and exciting. And you can keep the stamp set and use it over and over and over again. So that's why I am a huge fan of Paper Pumpkin, and I'm kind of the Paper Pumpkin pusher.
I almost put on the flyer that after, you know how after your name you'll put like initials, so like if you have a degree or something, I almost put Paper Pumpkin aficionado. I was like, no, let me just put her name. But yes, when I saw the Hope box, I was pretty excited, and I thought, you know what, it's not very often that Because what, maybe on the last anniversary of Paper Pumpkin was the last time Shelley actually created a box.
Yes.
Because the last one was, who was the other one? Her daughter, I can't even remember her name, created the last box, the Sunshine box, I think it was. But it's been several years since Shelley last created a box.
Yes.
And so I really thought that this would be a good time to have a guest, because it's been a few months since I've had a guest, but to also be able to do the unboxing for the Hope box. So I will say that if you like this box, I'm sad to say that you can't get this box anymore unless you know somebody that had an extra box somewhere. I don't have any extra boxes. I just, mine are already accounted for.
I have one available.
Okay, well, there you have it. So with that being said, whenever you watch our lives or you get any communication from us, and we mean, when we're talking about the deadline being the 10th of every month, the deadline to get this box really was August the 10th. Mm-hmm. And we don't control that deadline, Stampin' Up! Does. So don't be mad at us. We do our job by telling you, hey, this is what's coming up next. If you like it, you better subscribe now, change how many boxes you want. If your subscription is paused, which you can do that, make sure you unpause it. I will share with you right now, since we're talking about it, is, and I know this might be backwards, is this next month's kit is called Haunts and Harvest. The registration or subscription deadline is September the 10th. This is a really cute box. I know it's probably backwards, but you can see it's kind of got a wood grain to it. Mm-hmm. And it says that it contains enough supplies to create 12 treat boxes. It comes with an exclusive stamp set and a Stampin' Spot. It offers a versatile autumnal experience with a selection of treat box styles. So you take your pick of apple, pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern. And then this box is actually designed to transform into a vintage wheelbarrow. So it's my understanding on the inside of the box, there's some instructions on how to turn that box into a wheelbarrow so that your treat boxes, you can actually put in them and display them. So that sounds like it's really, really cute.
And when they say treat boxes, don't be dissuaded and say, oh, well, I don't have young children anymore, or that kind of a thing, because they're so much fun to hand out to your friends, hand out to people you work with. Just leave them on your desk or wherever you work. They're not always, when they say treat boxes, they're not automatically geared towards children or towards young people. So, and another thing I want to say, when Barbara was talking about if you haven't ordered the Hope box, you've missed it. As a longtime subscriber and user of Paper Pumpkin, there have been many months where I've seen a preview or I've gotten my box and I've thought, oh, this isn't me. I'm not really going to like it. And of course, I've gone ahead and made it anyway. And right away, first card, my mindset has completely changed. So even if you think you might like it, go ahead and give it a try. If it's not for you, I'm sure you have a friend or someone that would jump at the chance to work on it. So don't be afraid of it. A lot of people look at it and say, oh no, that's not for me. And it's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? If it ends up not being for you, give it as a gift.
Yes.
These are perfect gifts to other people that are crafty. You would be surprised to know that a 1 month, if you bought it one time just to see what it was like, it's $22. Actually, it's 21.
21.
Is it 21 or
21?
21. Okay, it's 21. And that includes shipping. And you're going to see when we get our cameras pointed down, you're going to see what all it includes. And this is every single month. So while the designs change every single month, the price has stayed the same. It's always going to include shipping. Now, don't forget, if you're a demonstrator, on top of your 20% discount, you also get a discount on your paper pumpkin kits. So while most people are paying the $21 or $22, depending on what their, if they're month-to-month subscription or one time, demonstrators pay less than that. So that's awesome too. And then, of course, we're in celebration right now. So if you get a 3-month subscription, which is $63, that entitles you to one free $50 level item out of your celebration brochure, as well as if you did a 6-month or you did a 12-month. Now, if you do the 12-month,
you will get
and you
more.
prepay, yeah, you will. You know, you get 11 boxes and you get your 12th one for free. Plus, you're going to get 4 items from the celebration brochure that are free. So, and there's some really cute things in there this time. So we'll go ahead and get to unboxing the Hope Box for you. We've kind of pre-done some things to speed it up, and when we're done, we're going to show you our decorated boxes. And then, Martha, I don't know if you have something that you want to share with somebody, at least one thing that you want to put in your box. I have something on mine. So while you're talking in a moment, I'm going to go knock on Chris's door and have him go upstairs and go get it. Because it is something that I want to share with you guys just for some inspiration and something that I'm going to put in my Hope Box. I'm not going to completely put everything in it tonight because I have some digging to do to put the rest of what I want in there. But it'll give you an idea that of something that you can do. And if you don't have the Hope Box and you still want to be able to create something like that, we have a whole line of products that will help you create your own Hope Box. And then if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and we get refills, which I don't know if there's a refill kit available out
Not
there.
yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Only Paper Pumpkin subscribers can purchase the refill. So that's another benefit to being a subscriber. So, and then if there's a time where you have to go on vacation, you can either take your box with you, or if you're going to be away for an extended amount of time, you can pause your subscriptions. You can cancel at any time. There's no obligation. It's basically like any other subscription. You just have to pay attention to the deadlines every single month. So the subscriptions start on the 11th of every month, and then the deadline is going to be the 10th for the following month. So that's the only thing you really have to pay attention to if you need to go in and modify anything or subscribe or change or cancel or anything like that. But other than that, you ready, Martha?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get this flipped around and welcome everybody. If you have come on after we got started, welcome. Let me bring this down a little bit. I'm going to end up putting the link for the online ordering special in, because this is going to get covered up here in a little while, in the description when we're done. Okay, so let me just show you the little instruction sheet, and I'm just going to show you a couple of things, and then Martha's going to take it over and show you some other things that were included with this kit. And one of the things is I mentioned that you always get an exclusive stamp set, and this is the stamp set that came with it. Mine are all off because they're still on the block, so I'm just going to put this right here so that you can see. You have these messages, always hope, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. Just a note of hope. You've got hope really big. Where there is one. And then there's another one that says there's faith. And then this one's a full one that says where there's faith, miracles happen. And then you have these other images. You have this butterfly image, this floral image. You have a smaller butterfly. and then you have this kind of speckly image there. But there's your exclusive stamp set that comes in with this kit. And then you also get in every paper pumpkin kit, and sometimes you get two, but in this one there was only one, you get a Stampin' Spot. So if you are pressed for space, if you're pressed for, if you're on a budget, paper pumpkin kits really are the best way. This is my little collection of Stampin' Spots to build your ink collection. You can, you know, this doesn't require a whole lot of space. They're a smaller version of our large one, so you can see the difference between the two, but you can use these over and over and over. All you need is to purchase our little refills, and these refills are $3.75, and you're good. You're good. And then until you want to invest in larger ones, you can continue to use, you know, your small ones. And this one has Blackberry Bliss this time, and then this one also has, Martha and I pulled this out the other night, and there was 2 yards of this Blackberry Bliss ribbon that was included, and oh my goodness, it was so soft. It's so soft and so pretty, and it tied a bow really, really cute on my box. So that's all I'm going to show you from my end, and then Martha's going to jump on and show you the rest that's included, and then I'm going to go get my hubby to grab my thing from upstairs. So take it away, Martha.
Okay. So as you can see from my box and from some of the things that Barbara showed you, there are a lot of butterflies involved. I think butterflies are almost a universal symbol of hope. And I was so super excited about this and about the concept of it. And I just have to share a secret about myself. I don't really care for butterflies. The real ones, I think they're absolutely gorgeous and they're necessary, but when they get close to me, I kind of freak out. There's just something about them. So I just found it really funny that I was so excited about creating this box and working with the images in it. It really is absolutely beautiful, but I do tend to shy away from things that are with a lot of butterflies on them. So there, now you know my horrible secret. Okay. These cards are, you know, you might be looking at this and saying, oh my gosh, I can't do anything like that. But you can. This was already printed out for you, and all you had to do was punch it off this piece of paper. And of course, I used the one that was in English, but if you can see, there are 2 other languages here. So it is, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's something that can be used if you've got friends that are other nationalities. It's just all inclusive. And you can see these beautiful cutout flowers right here. They just pop out of here, and then you will be putting your little glue dots behind them and adhering them to your projects. So they really do make it easy on you. Of course, there is some stamping that you will have to do.
Just bringing mine down, which, by the way, if anybody I don't have a use for the other languages, but if anybody wants, you know, these little bitty, at least mine, I've got all of these right here. I don't even know what these languages are, Martha. I know there's one German and something else.
I'm not sure.
If anybody watching knows what, I mean, we know what they say. We know one says hope, and we know one says tomorrow, but I don't know what languages they're in, and I don't think on the instructions it really says what they are. But if anybody would like my little punch outs, I will gladly just mail them to you. I'm not going to use them, and I certainly don't want them to go to waste. So I know somebody else out there might know what these languages are and could use them.
Same here.
You're free to have mine.
Same here.
Yeah. Yeah. So what Martha and I are going to do today is we're going to put together the cards. And we've already put together, like I've already put together all of mine except the one that I was going to demonstrate for you guys. And I actually went ahead and did everything, all my stamping. But I want to show you, Martha, which one were you doing beforehand?
Hope.
Hope. You want to show them your hope?
I would love to.
I did mine too. I went ahead and did all three of mine. I had so much fun. Normally I just do like one and then do one in the unboxing, but I was like, these are so cute. I never thought I would. The coloring is gorgeous. Yes. And it looks very detailed because it is. It's one big die. Now, what I will say is if you have this kit, or if you get any paper pumpkin kits in the future, everything is kind of, it's pre die cut for you, but it's barely hanging on to the paper it's on. So when you take yours off, you have to be careful because you could rip your die. That's one thing I noticed with these, because it's a very delicate die that's on there, and then plus the other pieces. But I thought this was cute. And look, you guys, there's even a coordinating envelope that you can stamp on. This is the back, and then that was the front. So, and this is just one card.
If any of you are looking at this and saying, there is no way I can do that, here is your card base that already has some images pre-printed on it. And I just punched out the overlay. It was in this paper here. And you would just, we would put some adhesive on the back, and then you would just layer it down. And look, it's magic. It's beautiful.
Yes, I was surprised how large it was and how well it covered, and it kind of overlaid that print that was on the card already and just made it pop. Very dimensional.
Yes. And then the hope was already stamped, and we just had to punch it out. And there's a small butterfly here, and then there were these white pieces with the sentiment on it that we just punched out the white pieces, and I stamped where there is and there is faith. And we just attached them with dimensionals and glue dots, and then we added some bling, and there is an absolutely gorgeous card.
Yes, yes. I love the little adhesive backed sequins.
Yes, yes.
But yes, oh my gosh, I can't wait to mail these out. These were really, really cute, you guys. Just super cute. And then the one that I did was, I did this one. The one that says, always hope, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. That is one large stamp set. And then these two pieces right here were the little punch outs from this sheet. And all I did was put dimensionals on top of it to help, you can see there's a little dimension happening there. And then the little bitty butterflies I put directly on this pre-printed mat on the front that has this ombre kind of look to it. And then ended up attaching my little adhesive back sequins. Super, super simple. These mats already are colored for you, already cut to size. If you want, you can stamp something on the inside. I mean, you've got a couple of images here, and your ink spot. So super, super simple. And then look at the envelope that came with this one. Gorgeous. And look at the back. Hi, Dorothy. Stella says French and German. So thank you, Stella, for clarifying that. But these were just super, super simple, easy, and oh my goodness, just ultimately cute. And there's a message of hope that goes along with it. So I can see why Shelley, created this box, because it totally identifies her and tells you what kind of a person that she is down at heart. So are you ready to do your card, Martha?
Well, mine is already put together, so I thought we were doing the pink one together.
Yeah,
okay.
I got this one. Yeah,
I'm ready.
Yeah. Okay. So whoever you want to watch, put the card. I didn't do any of mine. I just did the other two, all of those. So, but I have everything ready. We're just going to be assembling it, and
using your bone folder gives you a nice crisp crease and helps your card stay closed.
you can see these things just easily pop out.
These Stampin' Spots are really nice because you can just turn it over and stamp right on your stamp. And it makes it nice and neat. And this says, just a note of hope.
Did you stamp yours already?
I just did.
Okay. Y'all saw that? Sometimes with these kits, all you need is just a couple of extra things. And what sometimes helps is, like this is a bone folder. And that just helps when you go to fold your card base, just to help burnish that edge a little bit so your card goes a little more flat. And then a good pair of paper snips always works. And even though the kits come with dimensionals and glue dots and sometimes tear and tape, I like to use my own. I like to save those little ones for, when I'm going somewhere, so that I don't have to take my full package, just because it saves on space.
Well, I don't think we were very good about showing you the flyer that comes with it that has all the directions. The front of it will show you the completed box, and it will show you all the cards in their completed form. And you will open it up, and it starts with number 1, and it gives you the steps. And card 2, card 3, and the box was 4. And it shows you all the pieces you need for each project. And it also has a ruler right here in the middle. It goes from 0 to 9 inches, and it also has centimeters on this half of it. So whether you're using inches or centimeters, it's available for you. And the other really special thing about Paper Pumpkin is you can find them on YouTube, and once the kits are out, have been mailed out, and it's reasonable that most people have received theirs, they release a video, and they show you how to put everything together. Now, they don't go slowly and step by step like we would do. It's usually done in quick time. But you can, of course, pause it and hold on to it. So if you're more of a visual learner, instead of stopping and doing something like this, or you need to see the end product, that is available for you.
And there's generally some cute music that's playing at the same time. And some really quick, fast music that'll get you going.
And of course, this, you do not have to follow the order that is on here unless you want to. If you happen to like the way they have designed it and you like the colors and the patterns, then yes, go ahead and follow it. If not, you can change it. Nobody in the world is going to say, oh, Martha, you didn't follow the directions.
Yeah. Yes. And some people can look at the pictures and don't need to look at the directions. You can look at it and see, oh, I see how that needs to be put together. But every now and then, you got to go peek at the directions. They're there. I'm just trying to do mine like the picture. This is the first time that I've done this one. The other thing you probably could use too is our take your pick tool. That comes in really, really handy as well, because one side has, oops, pulled out the wrong one. One side has a paper piercer, and then when you unlock it and pull it out, you've got this little spatula kind of into it. I hardly ever use that, but it is there. But on the other side, you've got this piece here that has a refillable. It comes with one refillable, but there's a little adhesive. It's not like sticky adhesive, but what you can use this for is it helps to be able to pick up your adhesive back sequins, your rhinestones, anything along that line, and you can see it just kind of hangs on to the end. And that way you're able to put it, put these wherever you want to put them. And these little adhesive back sequins have like a glue dot at the end of them. So wherever you decide to put these, they're going to stick. So you can see how it just picks that up and lets you be able to put them wherever you want to put them. So let's put one right there. I've heard odd numbers is good. So there is mine. I'll put my other two together after the video, but you can see how easy that was. And then how you're sometimes always going to have like an extra little punch out or two that you can use on other projects. And then,
and you will have extra of this gorgeous, gorgeous Blackberry Bliss ribbon. Yeah. It is so soft.
And there's the envelope that goes with it. Has some pre-printed butterflies, and then on the back you've got some of these other coordinating colors that go with it. So it's gorgeous. Are you done with yours?
Just about.
Okay. And I will tell you, while Martha's finishing up hers, on my Paper Pumpkin subscribers also get coordinating cuts of cardstock that go with each month's Paper Pumpkin kit. So I was looking for the little list. I had it right here. Maybe it's in the instructions. Here we go. So you have colors of Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Bumblebee, Melon Mambo, Petal Pink, Pool Party, and Poppy Parade. Yeah, it's laundry day over here. It inevitably goes off during the live. So, but yes, my Paper Pumpkin subscribers get 4x6 cuts, 2 of each, of coordinating cardstock, and that is absolutely free just for being paper a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. And the cardstock cut kit, the cardstock cuts are sent right after we get billed each month. So I'm just going to bring all 3 of mine over. And then my honey brought me my thing from upstairs. I'll post pictures after, a little closer up pictures. So, but don't forget, you know, we have the September kit. And let me bring the picture back. Of that kit so you can see it again. Very fallish. It's going to be called Haunts and Harvest. So if you're interested in checking out what Paper Pumpkin has to offer, don't forget, if you're a customer of Martha, get with Martha. If you're a customer of mine, just go check out that link after the video is done and we'll get you hooked up. I would rather you get one and then get to a point where you're like, oh man, I should have gotten that kit. Because this one really would have been a really great one to gift. So if you have somebody that's crafty, you know, a grandchild, these are perfect for people that are looking for all-inclusive kits, because it really does have everything that you need. When things are already pre-die cut for you and pre-cut to size, it helps to have, you know, these couple of extra tools, which me and Martha, we can both help you with getting this little basic kit to help go with your Paper Pumpkin kits. But it really is a great deal, you know, to have an all-inclusive kit and your projects are fresh every single month. And one of the things I like about Paper Pumpkin and then Stampin' Up! In general is that there really is a huge focus on color coordination, and you can see that right here. Thank you, Shannon. You can see that with this kit, and every single month it's something different. So, so Martha, you showed your box right at the beginning.
I showed the outside of it. I did not reveal my contents.
Okay, well, I didn't put anything on the inside just yet, but here's my box. I basically did it the same way it showed in the picture, but what I did on mine is I took that little splotchy, this little splotchy stamp right here, and I pre-stamped, I stamped and stamped off, so that way there would be some dimension of color behind on my little, you can kind of see it from the back. Now, I will tell you, if you notice my box, I know one of Martha's boxes kind of came a little dinged up. They weren't supposed to come that way. And if you got a box, or if you ever get a box from Stampin' Up! And it's a Paper Pumpkin box and it's pretty dinged up, this actually is pretty good. I've seen some pretty bad ones that have literally had holes in them and things like that. That is not how they get shipped out by Stampin' Up! Let me just tell you that. That is the process that this box goes through when it starts getting outside of their hands. So when the post office picks it up and it goes through, you know, their warehouse and then the trucks and moved around and things like that, that is how that happens. So, but if you do ever get a box and it's open and it's missing contents, let me or Martha know, and then we can try to get you a replacement. There's no guarantee, especially if they sold out, but it does happen. So fortunately, you know, as I look at mine, I'm focusing on, you know, the little cute decorations on the outside. And if you're wondering, this tag right here, there was only one of these tags, and in the description, well, actually in the instructions, you don't see it anywhere in the instructions. Did you notice that, Martha?
Yes, I did. That's why it's not on my box.
Yeah, I looked and looked and looked, and you know what? The only reason I knew what to do with that is the insert that came in it. In this picture, it shows it on the front of her box right here. And I was like, well, there's where it goes, or at least that's where she had hers. But I was like, it's not anywhere in the instructions on any of the pictures, on any of the details. it's just missing. So if you have your box and you haven't put it together and you have this one little tag with Bumblebee left over and you're wondering where it goes, just throw it on the front of your box. There's only one of them, so yeah. Okay, so you showed what you had in your box.
No, not yet.
No? Okay. You want to go ahead and
Sure.
show what you have in your box? Go ahead.
I really like the way Barbara used the splatters on her box, and because this ribbon is not attached, I can go back and add it to the band. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, it really does help, as you can see.
Okay, so inside my box, I have a little model of the Golden Gate Bridge to represent a rather epic vacation that I went on with my family. And I was really proud of us. We walked across the Golden Gate Bridge from San Francisco to the other side and walked back again, and I never thought to myself, I mean, it just looks so gigantic. And of course it really is, but that just represents, wow, we did that. I put my little "but first coffee" sign in here because I absolutely love coffee, and pretty much most people know, leave her alone till she's had her coffee. So that was a little bit of me in there. My husband, John, has always been absolutely wonderful. I was a teacher. I'm retired now. Always was absolutely wonderful about sending me flowers at the beginning of school, for Valentine's Day, for our anniversary, sometimes at the end of the year, sometimes just because. So I have we've been married 36 years. You can see this is happy 20th. So you can tell I've saved them. So there's another happy school year from your guys. We have 2 sons. And so I have put those in there. And then my older son, whose name is also John, when he was little and he first learned how to walk, we used to go for walks down our street on the sidewalk, and he used to pick up treasures and give them to me, maybe a little acorn or a leaf or something like that. And so I knew what I wanted, but I couldn't reach it, and I was running out of time. I didn't want to be late for our video here. So I grabbed the larger one. The box will not close with this large pine cone in it. So I just have to get up on the step stool and get the smaller pine cone that goes with it that will fit in here.
Aww. So he picked that?
Yes, I've had this, oh goodness, 32 years maybe.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So I know it's called a hope box, but this is a memory box that gives me hope for the future and hope for my family. And my son that gave this to me, he has his own little girl now who has just learned how to walk, and she will be 1 on September 1st. And I just hope John and his wife are able to collect these treasures and save them as memories, in much the same way, as well as having epic vacations and things like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, it could also be a memory box. In fact, I think she's got some other things in her box that Shelly, that were kind of memories that you want to kind of put together and keep together, and every now and then, bring it out, especially if you're not having a good day or you just having that kind of what is it called when you go back, being nostalgic about the younger years, and the better times or the good days, when you had a loved one that was with you. So, but anybody can create really a hope box out of any other box as well. So if you need any ideas, just reach out to me and Martha, and we can certainly help you put together something. I only have one thing that I was going to put in there, and I'm really torn about taking this one out. So I may put the whole thing in there, but I know a lot of you might notice that this was, some of you may even have something like this now or have seen something like this in the past, but this is years old. This is probably a good maybe 20 years old maybe. But it's just one of these little prayer gift. I don't even remember where I got this from. It was probably a gift from somebody. But it's just 365 prayers for women. And back when I lived in Waxahachie, so this was probably back, I mean, it's been a while since I've been in Waxahachie, but I remember in like the early 2000s, I was having some issues. I started having some digestive issues. And what happened was, in March of that one year, I want to say it was 2005. I ended up having this really crazy pain that was in my lower left abdomen. Make a long story short, I was hospitalized for a week and wasn't expecting it. And at that point, I found out that I had diverticulitis. And so for the next several months, me and my doctors worked to get it under control. Well, it happened again. But the next time it happened, at least I was prepared to go into the hospital. And then it still wasn't getting better, antibiotics, whatever, it just wasn't. So my gastroenterologist said, we're going to have to do a surgery. And so ultimately, I ended up having to have a partial sigmoid colectomy. And that meant that they were going to remove, I didn't know this at the time. I didn't find out until after the surgery was done, but they ended up removing 10 inches of my colon because it was so deteriorating because of the the diverticulitis. And so that morning was, you can go back to the calendar and look at it yourself, but that Monday morning back in 2005, I believe it might have even been 2006, was July 27th. And when I flipped this calendar over the very next day, like every day I would flip it over and read whatever it was for me, because it was a prayer for every single day. And when I flipped it over to the Monday, this is what I saw. And when I read this, I was so nervous, you guys. I was so nervous. I didn't know what to expect. When you go into a surgery and you're not sure what's happening and what's going to happen, and are you going to recover? Are you going to wake up? You've got all these crazy things going through your mind. And for me, I was just a bag of nerves. I couldn't control it. I was having an anxiety attack before I even left the house. Well, when I flipped it over to this day, this is what it said. And now you'll understand why I had this peace come over me. But that morning I woke up and it said, in the midst of suffering, I want to keep my eyes on you, Jesus. The suffering you endured for my sakes makes my trials look like nothing. Help me to look forward to the promise and to forget the temporary troubles I have right now. Amen. And oh my goodness, you guys, as soon as I read that, I thought, how silly of me, that I don't, like, literally I felt silly, because whatever was going on in my life was no comparison to what he went through, the suffering that he went through for us. And that gave me a peace in my heart, and I was ready. So at that point, the anxiety went away. I went to the hospital. I remember, the anesthesia kicking in and just going to sleep. And then I remember waking up, and the first thing that I thought of when I woke up was this particular message. So, and this has been by my side on my bed ever since. I never flipped it to the next day. I don't even know what the next day says, but it's always stayed there on my side of the bed. and I never flipped it over, because at that point I was like, you know what? Yeah, some of these other ones may be very inspirational and maybe some messages that I need to hear on another day, but I was just stuck on this day and I never moved it. So that is something that's definitely going in there. But like I said, I'm torn about, do I take it out or do I just put the whole thing in there? Because I know it'll fit in that box. But, you know, even as to this day, when you fast forward, you know, 10, 11 years, and you know, I was diagnosed with systemic sclerosis, which is scleroderma. It's an autoimmune disease. You know, it's why you guys see my hands, they look arthritic, and my fingers have this contracturing going on here that's permanently bent. Y'all probably don't ever see that because of the way my hands are when they're like this. And then you can see my fingers are turning purple, but that's just part of my hands are getting cold. So it's part of the Raynaud's that's associated with that. So even as I got this and got sick later in life with, you know, almost kidney failure and everything that comes with this sclerosis, it still took me back to this message. And, you know, I have to stop and think there are people that are far off worse than I am. And I am doing good. And every day that I wake up is a blessing. And every day that I get to, you know, be here with you guys really gives me the strength and the hope, because this is my therapy. I mean, Martha and I are on a team that's called the Stamp Therapists. we found out we both have the same upline. Jennifer Cotton is our upline. And so, you know, and it is the shirt that I have on. I don't know if you have your shirt on, Martha, but I have my stamp therapist shirt on. You can see I'm pulling it down. But yeah, I mean, it's our therapy. It takes my mind off of whatever's going on in my life, and I get to share with you guys everything that Stampin' Up! Has to offer. You know, all of the neat products, show you how to make your handmade cards, your gift, you know, your gift items, you know, and I know Martha does too. Martha lives in North Texas, so if you're looking for someone local and that lives in the North Texas area, you know, you can reach out to her. But anyway, so Martha, is there anything else you want to say?
Well, I just want to say thank you again for inviting me. I've had so much fun doing this with you and hearing your story of hope. And I think it just goes to show that we're stronger than we think we are. And I've always said that, you know, I never knew I was strong until I had to be. And I think we don't know.
I flipped my camera, Martha.
Okay. That we just don't know what other people are going through. And there we go. And everybody has a story, and I think we just need to just be cognizant of that. So thank you for sharing that, Barbara. That was very,
Yeah.
no, it gave me a little more strength.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I needed to hear it that day, and it worked for me, and it's worked for me all these years. So if you're watching and you needed to hear something like that today, then great. We got a twofer. We were able to unbox the kit and show you, you know, how to put it together and what the kits look like. And I really enjoyed this time with Martha. I enjoy my time with all of you ladies and gentlemen that watch on Sunday afternoons. Thank you. I'll go back and look at the comments. And I did have, because I didn't do a live last Sunday, y'all know I posted at the last minute. I needed a self-care day, and I think we should all do that every now and then. So what I did is, because I normally give away something every single week, I ended up taking the last, we'll do this real quick, and then we will end. Let me pull this back. The 8/8 wheel. So if you liked, commented, and shared on the August 8th video, I'm going to do, I haven't used this wheel since I did it the first time, but I have a spool of the black and white gingham ribbon. So if you're on this wheel for that date, I'm just going to spin it again and give away something. So I know it's probably backwards. It might be backwards. Is it backwards, Martha?
Yes, I believe it is.
Okay. Let's see. Jessica Garza.
Yay, Jessica!
Hey, Jessica. I have her address. That's she was on my team and she was asking about the kit special earlier in the video.
Good.
So, Jessica, if you're still watching, you've got a prize coming your way. And thank you all. Thank you, Martha.
Thank you,
Y'all have
Barbara.
a great rest of your Sunday afternoons. And if you want to join me, I'll be back Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. for a new scrapbook page layout. So thank you all. We will see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.